Mobile Cloud Services в Huawei. Он будет рассказывать о том, как присоединиться к AppGallery и как это может бустануть ваш бизнес. Приветствуем, Адама.
Okay. So first of all, hi everyone. Hi Kiev. So it's already Sunday and it's 3 o'clock. It's actually 3:30. So I understand, some of you may be already a little bit tired. Definitely a lot of things happening yesterday and today, and the party yesterday evening. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to keep you energized for about the next 20 minutes. Okay. So stay focused because at the end, you can ask as many questions as you wish. But the three, let's say so, best questions that I objectively will choose will get a prize. So the first one is a Huawei tablet. The second one is headphones, FreeBuds, like totally wireless. And the third one is some merchandise. Okay, so stay focused, ask questions afterwards. I'm here to answer those questions, and so is my team. Okay, so I have a bunch of guys who I'm gonna introduce. Right now, I have the business development team. I have Bing, I have Andre, I have Gray, I have Alp, I have Michał, and that's about it, I suppose. And there is one surprise. I have one extra person. So, but more about it later. Okay, so let's move on. So first of all, let's start, of course, about me. Let's say a few words. So I'm passionate about new technology and apps, and I joined Huawei more than a year ago. Okay. I'm in charge of mobile cloud services for Central and Eastern Europe. What are mobile cloud services? So it's a number of services such as the browser, the assistant, maps, search, but also AppGallery. And I'd say foremost AppGallery because AppGallery is an alternative app store where you can find apps and games. Okay, moving on, still a little bit more about me. Okay, so I worked in a number of industries, but mostly telecommunications, satellite television, and consulting. But prior to joining Huawei, I spent 4 years working at Huge Games. This is the second biggest gaming company in Poland. Just had a very successful IPO this year in February. So it was quite a journey because when I joined, we were about 80 people, and when I was leaving, we were more than 500. So it was quite a journey. I started when we had no real office. We were renting an apartment in Warsaw. There was another office in Szczecin, which is in north of Poland. And I was, sharing a desk with someone. It was just an apartment. And when I was leaving, we had a fancy office. And, it was pretty cool, Everyone had everything. We were going, to the seaside, to integrate. We had offices all around. I can say actually the world, in Berlin, in Tel Aviv, for example, also in Ukraine. There was a studio that we were very, very closely working with, so it was quite a journey. And as you can see, it's actually me hiking in the Polish mountains, and I'm opening the door. And let's say I'm opening the door to AppGallery for you, okay? So let's start another journey just right now, okay? So why am I here? I'm here for a number of reasons. But the first and the most important one is to explain what AppGallery is and why you should care about it, okay? So what is it that makes it actually special? Number two is I want to show how AppGallery is growing and what is our commitment to the growth for the future, okay? It's not for the short run, it's for the long run, okay? I want to explain what it is that we are doing and how we can help you, okay? That's exactly that, because it's not about only onboarding your games or apps, it's about making you successful, okay? And last but not least, I will share the secret with you, how you can actually become part of the AppGallery ecosystem and use it to your advantage. Okay, so it's a fact, you will agree, Google Play is the largest app store in the world, right? Is that correct? That is correct, okay. It's the biggest one. Yes, that is true, but it's not the only one. Because there's a number of alternative app stores, and they have one thing in common. GMS. Does anyone know what GMS stands for? That's a good one. That was a good question, and I actually answered it on this slide. Okay, so now you know. Google Mobile Services, okay? And we have a number of alternative app stores. There is the Galaxy Store, there's, for example, Aptoid, there is Amazon, and they have one thing in common. They only cater to devices which can use Google Mobile Services, Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, before I tell you about AppGallery and explain it a little bit more detail, let's talk about the issues with those alternative app stores. So the first one is the quantity versus the quality of apps, okay? So the sheer number of apps or games you can find on an app store doesn't mean that they are of the highest possible quality. Legal versus illegal sources, okay? Then often poor user experience. So the user experience is often subpar. And last but not least, there is often no support for the developer, which means you can onboard a game. I'm not gonna make any examples as not to offend anyone on one of the alternative stores. If you ever did it, you may know, you get no support whatsoever. You're on your own, okay? So you can say, okay, I did a great job, I onboarded my game, I actually even got some downloads, but not too many. There's no monetization, and actually nothing is working out, right? There's like no benefits of what you did. So here is where actually AppGallery comes into place, because contrary to all those other alternative app stores, which are Google mobile services only, AppGallery works on both what we say GMS and HMS capable devices. So now it's actually, you can try to guess what HMS stands for. What does it stand for? It's a very good answer. It's a very good answer. So Huawei Mobile Services has been implemented because some of you, probably all of you know, there's been a number of issues, like on an extremely high level, what is happening between China and the United States, and with Huawei in the middle. And I actually recommend you watch, there is a very, very good movie on YouTube that explains it. Just typing Huawei, China, the United States, and that should be enough, which kind of explains the whole story and how Huawei got caught in the middle of the whole battle. So AppGallery is different to those alternative stores in that sense that you can use it also on any other Android device. I'm not going to name any brands, but it's like all the brands running Android, you can use it, you can install it. It's actually pretty simple, but you can also either install it or it's already pre-installed on Huawei devices. And guess what? Those Huawei devices, like, since a certain point in time, like the newer generation of Huawei phones, they are no longer running Google mobile services, which means those users, as sad as it is, they are like, a little bit left out. They can no longer use the Google Play Store. They cannot download any apps or games from the Google Play Store. And that's why we came up with AppGallery, okay? There's like a lot of apps and games, of course not as many as on Google Play Store, but the thing here is that those people who have access to the Google Play Store and to Google mobile services are constantly targeted by ads, by Google, by everyone, okay? I'm actually going to show it on the next slide, which is a fish tank. Actually, one of them is ocean and the other one is a fish tank. So I will agree, there's like massive traffic and plethora of apps. So like, I don't know how many apps there are on Google Play Store, it's millions, okay? Millions of apps and games. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. But there is like, also very, very high churn. And it's like you're on your own, okay? You will not get any help. Unless you're a very, very big developer, you're totally on your own, okay? So unless you are very big or you are very, very lucky and become successful, then you are unfortunately on your own. So AppGallery is a little bit different, and I'm going to show it on the next slides, because what we believe in is curated content. It's like onboarding games and apps where users will be engaged and users will be using them a lot, so that they are happy that they are using your games and apps. They're also monetizing in the games, but then you are also happy, okay? And we like to have high retention. So whatever we do, it's always about the user engagement and about minimizing churn. So it's not only about the number of downloads, but it's really about creating user engagement. Okay, some numbers. Numbers are very important. What you need to know is this number, it's over 500 million monthly active users. Is it a lot? Okay. It is a lot, and look at this number. It's small, but if you look at it, you will be able to see it's plus 29% outside of China year-on-year growth. Guys, so it's not only China, okay? I can tell you, I cannot share it publicly, but if you talk to me offline, I can tell you that the number for Europe is actually very, very good, okay? And we can also talk either with me or with my colleagues about it. The numbers for Europe are really very, very impressive. And bear in mind one thing. These users are fresh. They are clean. They are not being targeted by Google Ads, okay? Which means, imagine how many games there are on Google Play, okay? And imagine, there's of course fewer apps and games on AppGallery. But that actually means that you have a higher chance of success, because if you get involved with AppGallery, if you invest the time and the effort, which is not very big by the way, you have a much higher chance of your game being promoted and your game being successful. And that's actually the cool part. How many of you are making games here? Okay, I see quite a few hands. Apps. Okay, okay, that's good. All right, so just to show you what it is that we do, because I'm like talking a lot, but I also need you to show some stuff, right? So those are like collections of apps. Some of this content is in English, some of it is in Polish, some of it is in Ukrainian, some of it is in Russian, some of it is in Bulgarian, Romanian, Hungarian, etc. Okay, so I personally I'm responsible for 14 countries. Okay, including like Moldova, Montenegro, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Poland. Did I forget anything? Turkey. That's my colleague Alp over here. So Turkey is not on me, but still we have like a team which is like Central Eastern Europe, Nordics, Ukraine, Turkey in here, which means like I think you're in a very, very good position to get proper assistance from us today. So those are, the collections that we are preparing. A lot of curated content, high quality, okay? We invest the time and the effort, and we are actually doing it on our own, of course, with your permission, using your assets, because we want you to be, we want our customers, our users, to be able to find you on AppGallery, okay? We want to show our developers as well as it is possible. Okay, moving on, top games, okay? So now it's going to be a question. Do you know any of these games? Those are the tiles. Okay. Which game do you know? Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh yes. Yes. I'm a tanks player, by the way. Okay. So it's actually pretty cool. We have quite a few titles, including Playrix games, including there's like Lord's Mobile in here, there's Summoner's War, there's Sensei Awakening, and just imagine one thing, okay? Because I used to be in gaming, okay? So the way it works is that some of the games, for different reasons, may not be popular in one region, but when you are onboarding your game, I'm in Kiev right now, right? Okay. By the way, lovely city, my first time here. Really very, very positive vibe. But the thing is, when you're onboarding your game, you're not only talking about Ukraine or Central Eastern Europe. You're talking about the world, guys. Okay? It's like pretty cool because it's not only one country or two countries or three countries. There's so many things you can do. Okay? And there's like one of the biggest markets in the world, which is China. Okay? Which means like I showed you this picture of myself, of course. And I was like opening the door, because it's like also opening the door for you guys, okay? Because you can achieve so much more, and you need to think big, okay? That's what we are providing as Huawei, as AppGallery, that no one else is going to provide to you. Because we have fewer apps, which means we care more. We want you to be successful. And you're going to get all the support that no one else is going to give you. Okay, oh, and there's Fishing Clash. It's actually by a Polish company called 10 Square Games. You may be aware of it. So quite a few really, really good games, okay? So how we are different. Okay, so continuing how we can actually help you. So first of all, I already said that. It's not about only onboarding your game. It's about making you successful so that you talk to your colleagues in the industry, that you spread the word, okay? And we can help you manage your user base as well. Okay? I'll talk about it a little bit more on the next slides. We increase player retention and monetization. I'm going to show you exactly how it is that we do it. Okay? Imagine that normally, when you onboard a game onto a Google Play, there's very little happening, right? You get very little support. With us, every game has an owner, regional and local. Those are the people that help you make the game successful. Okay, featuring. So how do we help you? So you have much higher chance of your game being featured on AppGallery than on Google Play Store, okay? It's like not even on the same level. It's not a promise, of course. It depends on the potential of your game, how you are cooperating with us, if we can actually make it work, but it's definitely a big advantage. Okay, some of the examples. And then we understand that monetization, it's not only about downloads, it's about you making money, because then you have the means and the resources to prepare updates, to have new features in the game, etc. Okay? All right, and it's like, we're building and managing a community on Discord. It's also using, Telegram, YouTube, TikTok. We engage YouTubers to prepare content. So how are we helping you? We are calling them KOLs, key opinion leaders. We are working with YouTubers, but not only that, okay? And we are actually creating content, videos that people watch, and we give them device giveaways, we have competitions, there's a lot of things we are doing just to make sure that your game is as visible as possible. That is just some examples. Of course, last but not least, you have full control over your apps. I used to be in live ops, but we are not running live ops. We do not interfere. You may consult with us. We have some good ideas. We have a lot of experience. The team is really very, very experienced, but we do not interfere unless you ask us for help. Okay? And some of the case studies, PlayRix games, very successful, Gardenscapes, Homescapes. It's not only downloads, it's monetization. Look, PlayRix has invested in AppGallery. Okay? They have 5 titles already. And PlayRix doesn't do something if it doesn't work. They do it because it works. Okay? Look at those titles. Very, very big games. Gardenscapes, Homescapes. Okay? This is the share of Google Play downloads. 25% almost for Gardenscapes, for Homescapes. Almost 31% in May. Huh? That's pretty cool, right? Okay, World of Tanks. We give extra promotions from our own budget on top of whatever it is that you are doing. So we are preparing those special giveaways and coupons, vouchers, Huawei points, so that so you as a developer are as successful as possible, and customers actually get an advantage. Okay? We build a community of users, of course. This is like, our Discord. There's like, a lot of things going on in our Discord. There's like, it's a really, really big user base. Okay? Oh, and I would like to say hi to Damian, who's our YouTuber, who we actually brought from Warsaw. It's Damian, also known as Blitz Mobile. So he's preparing, quality content. He's been to the Tanks Museum in Kiev yesterday. We had an interview with the PR manager for Tanks. So really passionate community of YouTubers, players, users, and our team. Okay, guys, Lords Mobile, very quickly, we promote downloads, engage users. The most important thing here, there's a VIP program. The more your users spend on any of the games, they get discounts, which means then they get a discount from our own budget, so it's cheaper for them, so that they can actually pay more and play more. Okay? My game is not big, okay? You are not wargaming, so can you get benefits? The simple answer is, of course. Even if you're not big, you can be very, very successful. You're gonna get all the support that no one else is gonna give you. Okay? So this is, our Discord for many other games, okay? It's not only those biggest games. It's a really very, very vibrant and active community. Okay, one picture is worth 1,000 words. Albert Einstein said that, but guess what? A video is worth even more. And I have a very brief video. That's how we cooperate. Oops, sorry, it didn't play. Need to play it manually. That's 2 minutes. We are a little bit over the time, but I think, we can live with that.
Pamiętajcie, że AppGallery działa na każdym urządzeniu z Androidem, nie tylko telefonach
Just for you to
Huawei.
watch.
Przy okazji warto
Okay.
też dołączyć do
There's
oficjalnego
Polish,
Discorda
there's
AppGallery
Bulgarian, there's
CE.
Ukrainian, there's Russian, there's Hungarian, there's Romanian. Any other languages did I forget to mention? For Black Friday, we prepared 17 YouTube videos, okay? So biggest YouTubers, in Poland, I had a guy who has 2 million subscribers. Same for Romania and Bulgaria.
A mai
Biggest
videónkat a
YouTubers.
Huawei szponzorálta, és kisorsolnak közvetetek egy rakás érve, hogy
from
beszélgessünk
our own
Huawei
budget.
AppGalleryről.
They are talking
ami
about your games.
szponzorálták
They are,
ezt a streamet, a
having
múltkori
interviews
videónkat,
Damian here, he had an interview with one of the best,
videónkat is.
Tanks,
Felkértek
World of
Huawei-t,
Tanks
hogy
mobile
dobja meg a
version
chatbe, hogy
player,
kijöjjön a link.
asking him questions like, what tanks do you like? How do you play? What is your favorite strategy, your favorite map, etc. Okay? And people are actually watching it and they are participating.
Amiben nyerhettek egy Huawei telefont.
So this is, guys, just to give you an example, I think, we can skip this one if you are running out of time.
Egy valaki csak egyet. Vagy 5 darabot, az 5 darab vezetéknél.
That's just to show you that we are now preparing a lot of stuff in different languages. It's all localized. And the key takeaways, we are promoting AppGallery as an alternative mobile store. We want you to be successful. We are supporting, YouTubers. We are creating engaging content. We are catering to local interests as well. It's not everything in English. It's in many different languages. We have a whole multilingual team, okay? A lot of graphics designers working for you to make your games and apps successful, okay? And now, last but not least, how to join, okay? So it's actually very easy. It's all Android-based, plugin support, engineer support. I have, our team here with me. We can give you all the right contacts. We can guide you. And once again, it's all Android-based. You're not developing for a completely different platform. You just need to integrate one thing, HMS core, okay? It's pretty simple. It doesn't take too much time and effort, okay? This is the revenue share, okay? The number is, look, it's better for you, and still 25% of that 20% is actually being reinvested into your game/app. Okay, that's about that. Thank you, and
Big thanks to Adam. Guys, if you have any questions, please.
Questions.
But please be quick.
Hi, thanks for a lecture. I heard one thing that on a Huawei App Store you have AppGallery. Sorry.
that's fine.
Yeah. You have something like coins which players can earn and then to spend inside of game, and how developer will have if this player pays with these coins, how developer will get his money, or how it work?
Okay, I get it. It's called Huawei points. It's all on us. For you, you get all the money in normal currency, whatever that is, euros, dollars, hryvnias, whatever that is, okay? Which means Huawei points are on us. It's what we are giving to our customers, but you get real money. So it doesn't affect you in any way. Okay, here.
I think you said something about it, but I just wanted to make sure that you said that my application, my game, will have a higher chance to be seen in your app gallery, but I think that Google Play still has good ads and good algorithms to be seen. So why doesn't you said many things about AppGallery, and it's really cool, I think, but it seems to me now that it's Huawei AppGallery is equal to Google Play because of many users and so on. Mm-hmm. But can you say why Huawei AppGallery is better?
I'm not going to say it's better. It's just simply a little bit different. It's a different approach, okay? And what you have to look at it's we are not telling you to take your game off Google Play. Your game is fine and safe, and you can make a lot of money on Google Play. What we are just saying is have it available to Huawei AppGallery users, people without Google mobile services. It's an additional stream of revenue. You're not risking anything. You're making money on iOS, you're making money via Google Play, make money on AppGallery. I'm not saying it's better. It's just like a different app store.
But the chance to be seen in both of this is seems to be equal because the AppGallery is have its own like data base of users, and it's like own base of where these ads will be seen. And so Google Play have many of apps, but it's like much popular.
It is. It is. Of course it is. I would be lying if I said no, it's not. But that doesn't change the fact that you have like very little effort, very little, resources and time required to integrate with AppGallery, and then you can just simply have an additional stream of revenue. And that's about that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? Right?
Let's imagine we released our game in AppGallery. A random guy in China will be easily reach our games in the AppGallery store. Is it possible? Because we know in the China things are worked differently in the legal base, I think, and it will be available, or it will be easy.
That all depends, there's like always the definition of what is easy and what is not. But what we can do, that's why I have the team here. We can actually tell you, offline in more detail when you talk to us. We can tell you what the process looks like. So you can make it happen. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, China, it's an amazing market. It's an amazing opportunity, but it takes some time and effort, okay? It's a little bit different, but you can do it. I mean, this 10 Square Games, Fishing Clash, they will be in China. Their stock is now it tanked because the whole gaming tanked. Zynga, Playtika, they all tanked, okay? But their stock, people already started talking about it. It's like they will be moving to China, and people are talking about it. It is possible. It is possible. It's not happening overnight, but it's possible.
Thanks big, Adam.